For the past 150 years, textile design on the African continent has been among the most innovative in the world. Putting images together with fabric and thread rather than paint, brush and canvas is hardly a new idea, but to recognize it as an art form is relatively recent.
I think the link between fashion and art is integral. It's, you can't have one without the other. What is really beautiful about a lot of the pieces here is the way in which things are being taken out of their normal, often Western context.
Textiles have formed an essential part of visual arts in Africa, evolving with materials and technology to combine tradition with modern inspiration. Artists are out to change the perception that Africa is living in the past.
The general public will be given the chance to broaden their view on African art, and they can learn so much about the diversity of African art. And obviously we have to acknowledge the fact that designers have been plundering African culture and art over the years, and I'm sure that nearly every major designer will come to this exhibition because there is so much here.
From Asante weaving in Ghana to urban wax prints, this exhibition includes over 200 pieces of art. Anyone expecting to see vivid colours and bold designs won't be disappointed, but there's much more to this show.
This exhibition really does give you an example of the different ways in which textiles can be used. There's some beautiful things where they do with the use of cotton and lurex together. Lots of strange juxtapositions. The indigo dyed fabrics, which are beautiful, which were originally, the idea of dyeing things in indigo was originally to bring new life to old fabrics, but then that in itself became an art form, and I think it's just so wonderful when you actually hear the stories behind these different pieces.
Bold batiks, weaving and wax printing make up a variety of masterpieces on display. Elaborate embroidered banners and raffia skirts all have a story to tell. Some sculptures even have something to hide.
It's called a Nyombo, and it originates in Central Africa. I think the earlier ones would have probably been made from raffia, but now that as time progressed they began to make them from the hospital blankets. What I found really interesting about this was, obviously aesthetically I found it absolutely stunning, but then I began to read about these things, and I then found out that it was actually a coffin, and there is actually a body in this piece here.
Ethnic designs are now an integral part of Western culture. Thanks to the historical trade links between the colonial Gold Coast and the shores of Blighty, African aesthetics are now commonplace with the designers and artists of the future.